often. It is a beautiful
As you can see, the mist beacon plumbing is controlled by these flight controls, and they're controlled with my feet. So we control them down the straightaway by keeping the boat off the water, which makes it fast, but not too off the water, which makes it crash. So then we get down to the corner, and when we turn into the corner, we want it to stay on the water, but then at the same time, as it gets partway through the turn, we want to add more lift or more up elevator in an airplane to keep the nose up and to make it go faster around the turn. And you can see that happening too. So it's a real integral part of how the mist beacon plumbing runs and what makes it fast or not. So all this is real complicated, but without the help of Bill Cahill and all the employees of Beacon Plumbing, couldn't happen. Kelly and Sharon, support us. Bill Cahill supports them. Makes the whole world go round. And thank you, Seattle, for supporting Beacon Plumbing. They do a lot for us. They do a lot for the community. And looking forward to the race.
Good? Okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, take the flag. Put the flag. Put the flag out. It's not you though. Show the flag.
Watch your head, Matt. When we go downstairs, watch your head.
What do you want? What do you want? You want video? You want video? Video of the checker. Okay. I can flip them. I can flip it easy. I just want to know. That's the thing I was going to do when I was there. I was going to take this out and put it in the car too. Somebody interrupted me on the lawn. I know. I can't fix it. Hello? Hello?
Found it, the blue tarp next to a pink. Yep. And then Alan's gonna come to try to find you. Yeah, I texted you back and say yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go radio silence probably for about a half hour or something. Okay, bye. Okay, so you're gonna use this phone. Don't drop it in the water.
Then I've got these glasses on for that. I'll take that. Yes. So show me. Use my phone on my phone keys, even though yours probably takes pictures. I can just text it. You want me to take some stills of you? Stills? Yes, okay, yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, listen. Just listen.
Yes, I would.
When it comes to performance, design and technology are essential. That's why Mizuno has
Jimmy Shane, Home Street Bank, looking good.
He is looking good. He set a course record for qualifying yesterday morning, over 157 miles an hour for Jimmy Shane and Miss Home Street. He may be the favorite this weekend.
And Nate, Dave Villock still getting the job done on the Beacon Plumbing, and you know, this guy's been doing it a long time.
Oh, without a doubt, he's the winningest driver of all time, let alone the number of heats. I think it's 60-something heats or races he's won. So he's out for bear. Beacon Plumbing is a great sponsor, and we're looking forward to these guys in the future.
Dave Villock, 68 years old.
It's crazy.
How come you're still not out there, Nate?
Well, no, I mean, Dave's racer. I'm not.
Get out of here. All right, Jeff Bernard and a Goodman Real Estate. He looks good too, Mark.
Yep, he is a fast boat. That is one of the Miss Madison boats. He's a teammate of Jimmy Shane's, and he ran very well in some heat racing that we had Saturday afternoon. I wouldn't count Jeff Bernard out. He's a very experienced and savvy driver.
So is J. Michael Kelly, Boitano Holmes, Nate.
Yeah, he's really good. Without a doubt, can drive anything. A couple of weeks ago, he was at the Nationals. He won some national hydroplane events with outboards. His son is an awesome racer, and he did really good in the outboards too as well. But he's a definitely guy to watch. He can drive anything under him.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of local drivers, a lot of local racers, a lot of local owners in this sport. Jamie Nielsen's one of those guys. He's driving the old cannery furniture warehouse boat.
And Jamie is a fast shoe, also an excellent baseball player. He actually was drafted by the Kansas City Royals. Look for him to try to get to that inside lane. He doesn't quite have the much speed as some of the other guys, but he also knows how to get around the course and keep some people outside of him.
How important is that inside lane, Nate?
Well, at this race course, it can be very important. Lane 2 is probably the fastest lane. So if you look at who's, the white flag just came up, so they're all legal. They just, there it looks like J. Michael Kelly's grabbed the inside. Oh, that looks like Bernard's on the inside lane. So he's grabbed the inside. Looks like we've got J. Michael Kelly coming up to grab lane 2.
Jimmy Shane hot-footing it around the south turn. We do want to let our viewers know there is a rule in place. In the 5-minute period before the start, the boats cannot go under 80 miles an hour, and they are checked by telemetry when they get back to the dock after the heat. So they are very careful, because if you go under 80 miles an hour for more than 1 or 2 seconds, you're actually disqualified. You might jump the gun, but you'll be disqualified. So we're about 20 seconds away from the start, and they are a little bit early, Nate, just a little bit early.
They're going to be creeping up to that line. Jimmy Shane looks like he's going to have it wired. Villock's going to have it wired.
Got a lot of speed on the outside. Coming down, start finish line. This is going to be a tremendous race. Tremendous race. Dave Villock was the guy who led them across the line and down to the south turn. But it's Jimmy Shane. Start is going to be under review. It was that close. Shane leads them off the turn, up the backstretch, out of the south turn. It's Jimmy Shane. He is leading. Well, he's leading. J. Michael Kelly is on the inside, and he's only a couple, 3 boat lengths behind. So here's a great race for first place. Jimmy Shane on the outside of J. Michael Kelly in those orange tail feathers.
And Jeff Bernard on the inside, he's in a tough spot right now. If they hold him in tight, he's going to have a lot less acceleration coming off the corner. But look at Jeff's holding tight right against the buoys.
Oh, Shane didn't leave him much room at all coming off that turn. J. Michael Kelly in second place, and I don't know where Jeff Bernard is going to go, because his lane just went away. Your leader at the end of lap number 1 is the Miss Home Street, Jimmy Shane, with about a 6 or 7 boat length lead. Through the south turn just that fast, and off the turn and up the backstretch. It is Jimmy Shane in the lead in the Miss Home Street.
Villock's running around probably about 180 miles an hour in lane 6, but Jamie Nielsen inside of him in the slop is only with about a rooster tail behind him. So it's a good race there for the back. But again, this is a long weekend. All 5 boats are going to be in the finals, so it's kind of a chess match right now.
J. Michael Kelly trying to catch up to Jimmy Shane. Kelly is still a little ways behind, and Shane listed a lot of room around that north turn. But Shane knows he has got the speed, he has got the boat ride, and he gets the boat up a little bit higher under that boat where the nose comes up. He's got that canard, and J. Michael Kelly flying the boat as they come across the line to end lap number 2. There's J. Michael Kelly He got the boat up in the air. He's got a wing on the front of that boat that can help get the boat up through the turn, but then you want to make sure it can fly up the backstretch and down the front straightaway. Jimmy Shane is your leader right now on the race course on lap number 3. There's
J. Michael Kelly's sneaking up on the inside, and he's within shooting distance here. If Jimmy Shane messes up this corner, J. Michael could snap it, but I do think Jimmy's in the driver's seat here.
Seeing a little more speed from J. Michael Kelly in this race than we saw on the testing and qualifying time trials, and there goes Jimmy Shane right by him on the outside. Everybody apparently is going to run an extra lap.
They all jumped. That's actually okay, because now they can all still race.
Extra laps for the 1, the 9, and the 40. So right now it is
the 11, the 91.
11 and the 91 who are back markers right now. But look at J. Michael Kelly and Jimmy Shane. They are side by side as they come down to.
Mark, the big story here is it looks like Jeff Bernard is in the lead, if we got that right from the call.
Well, J. Michael Kelly and they are putting on a whale of a race. You watch these guys fly these boats up the backstretch. Kelly is about 3 boat lengths behind. They have an extra lap to run, but they're still pouring it on. Shane on the outside, Kelly on the inside as they come to the north turn. We are seeing a great boat race. Now Shane gives him a lot of room on the inside. J. Michael Kelly can tighten up. He is a master of the painting the buoys as they come across that exit buoy from the north turn. Down the front straightaway they come. Shane is now pulled out to a little bit more of a lead, but we know that he has got an extra lap to run. So does J. Michael Kelly, and so does Dave Villwock in the U40. Checkered flag coming up, but it won't be for these 2 front-running boats. We'll see if it's Jeff Bernard.
Jeff Bernard, Jamie Nielsen.
Jamie Nielsen as they come off the turn, looking at J. Michael Kelly coming up the backstretch. But your winner is going to be, it looks like Jeff Bernard. We're watching Dave Villwock right now. But it looks like Jeff Bernard because the other 3 jumped the gun. It looks like it will be Jeff Bernard and then Jamie Nielsen. First 2 finishers now. We've got another podium finisher coming. And we'll see that could very well be Jimmy Shane in the Miss Home Street.
This is the kind of stuff I thought might happen because of these guys. It's like the final heat, every heat here this weekend. And
there's Jeff Bernard.
Again, they came up a little bit early. It's only about a 10-second run off the exit pit, and they were there at like 14 seconds. So that's hard to do.
Goodman Real Estate, Jeff Bernard, the U91, one of the 2 Miss Madison racing craft. That was a little older Miss Madison from 2007, the year it was built. Jimmy Shane's from 2018. It was built about 4 years ago. So the boats are on their way back to the pit. Nate, you thought it might come down to everybody trying to get to the starting line a little ahead of the others, and somebody drew them over.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're all amped up. This is Seafair. It's one of the biggest races of the year. I'd say it's the biggest race of the year for all the sponsors here this weekend. So they're all ready to go. They all want to get up there. You don't want to, lose your spot in that first corner. So you got to protect your lanes. They all sneaked up, and yeah, they all jumped, or not all, but 3 of them did. So good job for Jeff Bernard and Jamie Nielsen.
Up the backstretch, but then he reeled Mike back in and showed.
Or getting that deposit back.
Start clean.
That's why you're going to go to your photos first. Yeah. People stand in line waiting to get in, and you stand there and didn't that one out.
And that's why I gave you 2 photos on your phone so we can access the blue one.
Well, couldn't you just get away with it and just leave that one while you're waiting in line? And you're going to go back.
So what you need to do, you need to find out about their account. Because I think you have to go leave
Okay, hang on. Say that again. What? I'm not doing anything.
We want to look at this.
I know.
Select event. Let's just see if it's going to work.
Where is it? Select event.
It's going to show you the barcode. It's going to show what events you have. Let's say,
Oh, if you had a bunch of chickens, you have a
hit this.
This.
Now, hit add out.
Yeah, we had the conversation. Yeah, I know. What you didn't tell me was how do I fix it? How do I fix it?
Well, we could try logging out of Apple. Log out of Apple.
No, that's why we're talking about that. Listen, I don't want to do that. Let's wait.
I know. What? No, it's not this one.
I'm more time to check.
No, like, okay. You have an iPad, right?
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
and Dave on the outside. He's falling in real nice, but he's going to be on the outside, so he's got a couple extra seconds where he can really spin that motor up and get a flying start.
So he's going to try and wind it up and come down on the outside. We are coming up on 20 seconds before the start. And already at 20 seconds, Jeff Bernard is off the exit pin at the top end of the race course. Going to be on the inside, but not going to have the boat speed. Now we'll keep an eye on Kelly in 2, Shane in 3, Nielsen in 4. On the outside, it is Dave Villwock. We are inside 10 seconds before the start. We are coming up on 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark. And we are racing in Heat 2, presented for Seafair by Beacon Plumbing. The boats roll down to the lower corner, and from lane number 3, it is Jimmy Shea in the home street. Got down there first, but he's got Dave Villwock with him on the outside. There you see Jeff Bernard on the inside. Buried in there somewhere is J. Michael Kelly.
The start is under review.
It's under review. Take him, Corey.
Good start, good start. So that means that you see the beautiful U1 with Jimmy Shane out front. You see J. Michael Kelly in 2. You see Jeff Bernard in the inside lane. This is going to be tough for Jeff in there, but he's in 3rd, and then you see everybody on the outside. But we got a great race going on here, Brad Luce.
Yeah, we certainly do. Coming off the top end of the race course is going to be Jimmy Shea driving the home street to U1, and a nice strong run from Jeff Bernard in the 91 Goodman Real Estate. He's in 2nd place in between boats at 9. The Montano Homes and J. Michael Kelly. Dave Villwock's running an awfully big race course. He is in 4th place, but Corey Peabody, the race is for 2nd place. Kelly Bernard are dead even.
They are dead even. It just Mike needs to be safe in there because he's got 2 teammates on his inside and 1 on his outside. So he needs to hang it in there and get his nose out front. But it looks like he's falling back a little bit. But I have a feeling J. Michael's got some really good mid-shoot speed. So we'll see what happens. But that blue boat is moving out front. And it's really good to see that because what we were thinking about earlier with the orange boat, Dave Villwock, he's really just rolling past everyone.
Yeah, he really is. And Jeff Bernard is really showing me a lot of boat speed here. He's got a nice tight lane on the inside. Boy, J. Michael Kelly driving between the boats, as you said. Shane's giving him quite a bit of room on the outside, so he's got some water to play with, but he's definitely driving in a hallway between Bernard and Shane. 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go. This is the white flag lap. You see how important that inside lane can be. Bernard driving a great race in there, Corey.
Bernard is driving a fantastic race. I mean, they must have had a great game plan, and they executed. It is going flawlessly. Jimmy Shane up there is just starting to walk away from this. You know, Jeff Bernard right behind him, J. Michael behind him, Dave Villwock. Jamie Nielsen is coming up the back, but what a great race. 1, 2, 3, 4 boats right in a row on the back.
Yeah, they are spread out a little bit, but they are still within striking distance. Dave Villwock has not given up plans to run down your teammate, J. Michael Kelly, but right now it is all Miss Madison racing off the top end of the race course. The checkered flag hangs. It is Jimmy Shane on the outside, Jeff Bernard on the inside, Home Street, Goodman Real Estate, racing from Madison, Indiana, 1-2, J. Michael Kelly. Montano Homes will come home in 3rd, Dave Villwock in 4th. Driving the Beacon Plumbing, and coming off the top end of the race course right now, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse, U11. Jamie Nielsen will come home in 5th, at least on the water. And this one, boy, Dave has come back to the pit area very quickly, wondering if maybe he's got some sort of an issue. He wants somebody to take a quick look at it, or he was on the outside and just wanted to come home.
He was coming in hot. He's ready. He's ready to come home. So he came in there was going pretty fast, took the hard right turn, but congratulations to the Miss Madison team, a 1-2 finish.
Absolutely.
That is great for them and great for their sponsors.
Jeff Bernard,
right?
He got up there early, and
yeah.
I thought everybody would kind of gobble him up by the time they got down to turn 1. They did, but he was able to hang in there, hold lane 1, and he came out in 2nd place. Got passed a little bit by J. Michael Kelly up the backstretch, but then he reeled Mike back in and showed me some surprising speed. That was a good run for the 91.
Yeah, he must have
home in 3rd place. The U40 Beacon Plumbing, Dave Villwock, they came home in 4th, and our 5th place finisher, 5 started, 5 finished. The U11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse, Jamie Nielsen. So it was the 1, the 91, the 9, 40, and the 11. But another good heater racing.
Another great heater racing. Way to go, guys. Way to give the crowd something to watch. That was really exciting.
And now it just starts to build more toward that final heat because, oh my goodness, now the final heat's going to come up. No more of this 3-lap stuff.
No.
We're going to wind them up and we're going to go 5.
We're going to go 5 laps. It's going to get rough. You're going to see boats floating. You're going to see boats just getting hung out. So it's going to be an exciting final.
So what happens now is the boats come back to the pit area. There is a black box aboard the boat, which even a colorblind guy can tell you is not black. It's bright orange. They take that box to the H1 Unlimited technical truck. They pull the chip out of
better that in case of anything else, what they should do is talk to them and get them on and vote at the one she's at right now. Yeah, that's zero.
'51. It is a Seattle summer tradition, and that tradition continues today some 71 years later. It is time now to crown a 2022 Lake Washington champion. It is the 2022 Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. Seattle, buckle up. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your 5-minute gun, and it's now time to go boat racing. Here's who we'll see racing in the final heat, presented for Seafair by Home Street Bank.
Out first on the backstretch right now, you'll see Jamie Nielsen driving the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. Behind him, you'll see the U9 Boitano Homes, driven by J. Michael Kelly. Both of them just cut the course. Then following them, you have Jeff Bernard driving the Miss Goodman Real Estate. And then to top it all off, you have the beautiful orange boat, the U40 Miss Beacon Plumbing, driven by Dave Vilwalk.
Seafair thanks Home Street Bank, proud sponsor of the Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. The start of the final heat is just a few moments away, and Seafair reminds you that for your own safety and for the safety of those around you, everyone must now be out of the water when the hydros are on the Ted Jones race course. Now it's time to get out of the water and enjoy the world's fastest race boats, the H1 Unlimited hydroplanes. The final heat is presented for Seafair by Home Street Bank. Corey Peabody, 3:30 to the start. I've seen a lot of boats in the middle of the race course.
I see a lot of boats, and they did kind of exactly what I thought they were going to do. They were going to come out, go around the first turn, go up the backstretch, cut the course, and then come down and pick up this this exit of 1 at 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and that's just what they did. So now they're on the backside, and Jeff Bernard's cutting the course right now. He's looking to get in front of Jamie and J. Michael. Those guys are getting close. So Jeff Bernard just cut the course. That's going to be a close call with the referee, because there's some encroachment there, but we're going to see how the referee calls that.
Coming down the front straightaway with inside 3 minutes. Coming down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Dave Villwock sitting right now on lane number 1, but lots of time still remaining. Lane number 2 looks like it's Jeff Bernard and the Goodman Real Estate. Then it's the U11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. Jamie Nielsen, not quite sure where he would slot from there. On the outside is J. Michael Kelly in the Boitano Homes. Following the field and trailing the field into the lower end of the race course is that U1 Miss Home Street with Jimmy Shane. 2 minutes and 25 seconds, Corey.
These guys are getting a little excited. They should be at Jimmy's in the best spot, if you ask me. It should have been about a 2:22 exit on that right there. So they're a little early. I think Dave's sucking them up, but you never know. They can cut the course and then cut the course and be back on some marks. But right now, if I was those guys, I'd be slowing down. Jimmy's in a prime spot.
2 minutes and 7 seconds to the start. 4 of our 5 boats are entering the top end of the race course. They will come down across the start-finish line, and if they don't cut, they will come all the way down to the bottom end, and then the next time across, we will be racing for the Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. Inside 2 minutes now, 150 to the start. Dave Villwock still hugging the buoy row. Up though, did Jamie go inside? He started to. He hooked a little bit to the left or misjudged where that exit pin was, but he was able to straighten it out. He didn't hit anything. I'm sure he's legal.
Well, going slow like that, the boats pull themselves around, so it's not easy to go 80 miles an hour. So there's some slop in there. Look at those boats are bunched up together. This is going to be a tough final. These guys are going to be brutal on each other out here. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Look at Jamie Nielsen. He's just staying just behind, and right now he is inside of Dave Villwock. Villwock's in 2, Nielsen's in 1, Villwock in 2. It is Jeff Bernard in 3, J. Michael Kelly on the outside in the 9, and then coming up behind everybody is Jimmy Shane in the Home Street. The question for the Home Street, he may have the best timing, but where's he going to stuff it, Corey?
He doesn't need to stuff it anywhere. These guys are early, the way I see it. They should have exited that corner at exit of 1 at 55 seconds, and they're just too early. I think Dave's got these guys scared, and they're running right behind him. He's sucking them up. Jimmy is in the best spot out of any boat out there right now, my opinion.
No, that's fine, and so Jimmy's going to continue to chase them all up to the top end, but he's not trying to come hard. He likes where he is, I think, as well. And it looks like Nielsen has been forced out of lane 1. In fact, it looks like Nielsen may have been pushed out to lane number 3. Still looking at 20-plus seconds. Now 20 seconds as Dave Villwock gets to the exit pin. He will start down. Then it's the Goodman Real Estate. Then it's Jamie Nielsen in 3. Then it is J. Michael Kelly. And on the outside, it is Jimmy Shane in the Home Street. Inside 10 seconds now to the start. We are coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark and Corey Peabody, you called it. Jimmy Shane's got all the boat speed. He's way on the outside, but he's got a carload of boat speed. He's also got J. Michael Kelly just off to his left on the inside, but it is Shane down here first. The start, Corey, is under review.
Jimmy Shane is rolling that boat up that backstretch right now. He is playing down a lap, and he's making a statement right now. He's got J. Michael Kelly on his inside and Dave Villwock on his inside, but Jimmy Shane is starting to walk away on this race right now. We're going to see what it comes to this entrance pin here at the turn 2. If these guys are going to leave any room, but this is going to be a great turn right here.
And remember, fans, we go 5 times around. They're coming down to book 1 of the books with 4 more to go. It is Jimmy Shane driving the U1, the Miss Home Street, driving a great big race course, but showing just an incredible amount of speed. 1 in the books, it is all Home Street down the front straightaway. We got a great race going for second place between J. Michael Kelly in the Boitano Homes and the Beacon Plumbing with Dave Villwock. We have a 1-lap penalty on the U40 for jumping the start, Corey.
Yeah, he was up there early. They were all early, so they were going slow, and Jimmy Shane hit that start with a ton of steam. So, I mean, it's showing. When that thing's going, it's going to go, and Jimmy is walking away from the U9 right now, but Jeff Bernard's still hanging in there, and so is Jamie. To me, it looks like Jamie's gaining a little ground on Jeff Bernard, but Jimmy Shane is up at the top end of the race course, and he's about to come out of the turn. He's going to extend his lead quite a bit over J. Michael Kelly.
All right, he is going way wide up at the top end, leaving plenty of room, looking for some nice clean water. Jimmy Shane, will come down. Oh, my goodness. Am I getting this correct? Apparently, Jimmy Shane in the U1 has jumped the start.
Well, if that's the
and that's why he got it before we did. That's why he went so wide up at the top end of the race course. He knows it. And now your teammate, J. Michael Kelly in the U9 Boitano Homes, your leader on the water and your leader on the rule book, halfway up the backstretch. 2.5 laps in, 2.5 to go, Corey.
That's great news for that team. They worked real hard to get this boat ready. They've worked real hard all season. You've seen them nothing but backs in the air trying to get that boat faster and faster and faster. And here they are. Their hard work's about to pay off for them. Congratulations to them. They got to keep it clean. They got to keep going. You're still laps down, but there's still laps to go. But this is looking really good for the U9.
Here comes that U9, J. Michael Kelly. He has won here on Lake Washington before. He would love to do it again, this time for Daryl and Vanessa Strong. 3 laps are in the books with 2 to go. J. Michael Kelly driving the Boitano Homes. Got a big lead now. The next boat coming across is Jimmy Shane in the home street. He is a lap down. Second place is going to go to Jeff Bernard driving a Goodman Real Estate. And here we are again. Third place right now, running on the water. Jamie Nielsen of the 11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse.
That's the old boat that could, you know. They keep coming and coming and coming, and they keep getting on the podium. So congratulations. They're just going to keep going. Unfortunately, Dave Billwalk back here, but this is great for the U9, the Boitano Homes, Links Healthcare Northway boat, and really happy for the Goodman boat. They're doing a great job too. So let's get these guys around this race course and bring them home safe.
Here comes J. Michael Kelly. He will come down and pick up the white flag. 1 to go for J. Michael Kelly. You heard Corey saying it. He's just got to stay clean, keep the boat on the water, and he can claim victory on Lake Washington. Second place is going to go to Jeff Bernard, and the boats are spread out. We got a big lead for your teammate. Corey, what's going through his mind right now?
He's got to keep it together, you know, just make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. So he's got the lead. He knows he's got plenty of space between him and Jeff. So it's just drive safe. You don't need to be going as fast as you have to. Just get the boat around the corner, stay away from the buoys, and bring that thing home to a victory.
Top end of the race course, the final lap. J. Michael Kelly driving the U9 Boitano Homes. He is at the apex. He's just got to negotiate the second half of that corner and bring the boat down across start finish line. The checkered flag flies. It is J. Michael Kelly, winner of the 2022 Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. And that is a popular win here. A lot of folks hooting and hollering. J. Michael's got to feel terrific. Here comes second place, Jeff Bernard of the Goodman Real Estate. He will finish in second place. Third place, once again, going to go to Jamie Nielsen, the 11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. If this stands and goes through tech inspection, Jamie Nielsen, 4 races this year, 4 third place finishes on the podium.
So happy for them. That's for the U9 and the U8, and I believe this is Boitano's first win, if I'm not sure. Well, congratulations to them. Congratulations for the support, and this is great for them.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this has been quite the victory tour for Daryl Strong. You've had a big part in that over the last year, starting with the Tri-Cities, actually starting all the way back in Guntersville last year. Mike is back to the dock. Mike is climbing out of the cockpit. You're going to get up on the air scoop? Of course he is. He stands on top of the cockpit. J. Michael Kelly, he's done this before. He knows the drill, but as you said, it never gets old.
It never gets old. It's great to see his dad there to give him a big hug after he gets off the boat. This is a family sport for them, and his family's all here. This is wonderful. What a great time.
And we must caution all of our viewers, everybody that's here, that was
so hard this year to get him to this victory. And of course, we've talked about it already this weekend many times. To have the victory here in your hometown with all of your fans and friends, family, all right here to be able to cheer you on is the best way to win.
That is the best way to win. You've got all your family, friends, everybody. And as Corey was saying, most of these teams have local sponsorship that is here. And as we saw right down here, Boitano Homes sponsorship personnel were right below. This is the first time they have ever won here in Seattle. First time Boitano Homes, I believe, has won, period. So that's got to be a big thing for them. They've been involved in our sport for many years, many times here in Seattle. And to claim the victory on Lake Washington, something special on the sponsor side as well.
This is their first of many times we will see them, especially with J. Michael Kelly behind the wheel.
Every time we put the podium together and we put the number 3 boat up there, it's Chartreuse and Royal Blue. It is the U11, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. Jamie Nielsen, consistency. He just keeps climbing up on that first step. One of these days, he's going to get to the top.
Well, you talked about being partial to certain boats, and you and I both know I'm slightly partial to that particular boat team. Whenever I'm over in the Cle Elum area, it's hard to miss it. Once you're in Cle Elum, look for their boat. They are always in the shop working, and that boat is always being worked on, doing new improvements. Scott and Shannon Rainey are constantly have their head in that boat, along with their great team.
Well, to that end, as I drove over on Thursday, we took the back road. We drove by. We actually pulled in, took a picture of the house. Somebody was with me that hadn't seen it, wanted to see the homestead there, the new digs. And so we stopped at the spot there. I have been over there and visited the shop when they're working on it. And there's nobody here, certainly, that works any harder than the folks in the U11 camp, the old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. They had a new sponsor on board this weekend. I hope they had a good weekend. I think they've got to be pretty happy with the third place finish. Sure, you'd love to be on the top step, but you're on the podium, you're getting your name called out a whole bunch.
Yes, exactly. And we talk about that boat so often. It is a beautiful paint scheme on that boat. Great place to get pictures is right there with that bright, bright yellow.
So that's our story on the water. It was J. Michael Kelly coming home the victor on the water. Boats still have to go through tech inspection. Boats have to go through tech inspection, but our unofficial finish order is the U9 Boitano Homes with J. Michael Kelly. Second place to the U91, the Goodman Real Estate with Jeff Bernard. The 11, the Old Cannery Furniture Warehouse with Jamie Nielsen in third place. Fourth place finish to the U1, the Miss Home Street and Jimmy Shane. And in fifth place, the U40, the Beacon Plumbing with Dave Vilwalk. I think at this time, Kay and Kim, we might as well begin to terminate our broadcast, and I'll go down and start talking to the H1 official, see if we can get this one official and in the book. But first of all, I could not do this without you. I could not do this without you, Kay. What you know with those outboards. I love listening to you talk about the outboards. You talk to me and you go, oh, Brad, I listen to what you say. I love to listen to you talk about the outboards. I don't know anything about them, except I've got a 15 horsepower Johnson that I fish with, and it's a great trolling motor. These weren't really trolling. They were running pretty hard. Thank you for taking time out from your busy day. I know you're a fan. You're going to be here anyway. But, Kay, thank you for coming down and helping with the 2022 Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair broadcast.
It is my pleasure, and I just want to remind all of our fans, if you're listening, we will be at Angle Lake in SeaTac September 10th and 11th. We have a program called New Folks and Boats. Make sure you jump on your Facebook and contact us through Seattle Outboard Association. Brad Luce will have over 100 entries there that weekend, September 10th and 11th. Make sure you mark it on your calendar at Angle Lake and SeaTac.
I would like to come over and see that, because you actually kind of hooked me a little bit on these outboards here this weekend, and listening to you talk about it and the programs. They're terrific, and they're getting the young people involved in racing, and that, of course, is our future. That is what we need to do. But the present is right now. You are a part of this. Kay Brewer, thank you from the bottom of my heart, having you come down and help out.
Anytime. With you, Brad, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Kay Brewer. Now, to my right, I turn the other way, Kim Meredith. Wait a minute. There's somebody down here I haven't seen for a while. How are you, my friend? Wow, have to take time out and say hello. The man is in the house. He is in the house. Nikki B. Kim Meredith, I can't do this without you. I remember about 2 months ago, you sent me an email and said, hey, are you doing Seafair? And if you are, is it possible I might be part of it? Kim, I am not doing this without you. What you do is absolutely tremendous. Keep your ear in the radio. I'm still waiting for her these because I'm not letting her off the hook just yet. I still want to know when these boats pass tech. Well, what does the check mark mean? They passed. You're telling me the U9 has passed tech inspection. You're telling me he not only won on the water, he won in the tech truck. Apparently, it's official.
It is official.
U9 Boitano Homes has cleared tech inspection, and this is what Kim Meredith does. Thank you. Now, keep your ear in there. I still want to know about the other. It also looks like second place, Jeff Bernard, driving the Goodman Real Estate. It appears they have also cleared tech inspection. But back to something at least equally important. Kim, what you do is outstanding. And I'm dead honest. I am not ever doing this without you. You are amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. You make me look good, and that is a full-time job. My wife will attest to it. Kim Meredith, you are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the public address portion of our 2022 Home Street Bank Cup at Seafair. Our winner, the U9 Boitano Homes and J. Michael Kelly. He conquers Lake Washington one more time, and the big crowd is all around his boat. We're going to give him the big trophy up on the award stage coming up very soon. You are invited to come down and join in the celebration, and trust me, it will be a very, very good one. On behalf of Corey Peabody, Kay Brewer, and Kim Meredith, this is Brad Lou signing off and saying so long, everyone. Let's do it again next year, 2023 Seafair.